What's up, lore masters? As we continue to look at the state of the Klingon Empire and the various vessels, it is very telling the methodologies and the ships provided to the lower orders. The vessels are often underpowered and are 1 to 2 centuries old. I've received some criticism about my thoughts and views on that of the Klingon and Romulan Republic versus that of the United Federation of Planets in Star Trek Online. Allow me to clarify a moment. When you look at the United Federation of Planets, it is a vast nation that has near unlimited resources and is effectively the last superpower of the Alpha and Beta quadrants. It has a strong federal government and an unreasonable advantage in technology versus its quote-unquote peers. In comparison, while the Klingon Empire is still powerful and poses a threat, it's largely segmented. The Empire is basically a confederation of houses that may or may not get along. They don't have unlimited resources, and there is a large sense of nepotism and a corrupted view of obtaining honor to rise through the ranks. In fact, in Star Trek Online, we see that the Empire is, time and again, manipulated into doing the will of other governments. As stated, it's fragmented, corrupt, and ultimately unstable. So when I look at what vessels I would expect to be fielded by this government, I'm not surprised that young officers are given 2-century-old ships like the Somraw Raptor. Unlike Starfleet, the way the system is run almost requires this eventuality, but Starfleet itself has no reason to use the older vessels. All of that brings us to the aforementioned Somraw Raptor. Originally conceived in the 22nd century, the Somraw class is one of the earliest Raptors that we are aware of. The Klingon Defense Force would upgrade the vessel's systems to the latest 25th century standards to ensure that the ship would be able to stand up against other enemy vessels that are the equivalent of it. Slightly less maneuverable than the Burrell, the ship has 4 specialty bridge consoles, including 2 tactical, 1 engineering, and 1 science. It has 3 weapons fore and 1 aft. There's also enough space for engineers and scientists to install 2 different experimental technologies. The ship additionally would have a battle cloak that would allow it to sneak up on its enemies before outright attacking. Overall, the vessel is sturdier than most Burrell equivalents and is a great support craft for larger flotillas. Its presence also makes sense within universe, as I've stated, the ship still being there because it has to be. There are Admiralty variants of the class, but this seems to be more for ritual suicide by Klingons than an actual vessel. But all of these are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below.